Something seismic might be brewing in San Francisco, and it could send shockwaves across the entire NFL landscape. Rumors swirling from multiple unnamed sources close to the 49ers organization are pointing toward a jaw-dropping possibility. Christian McCaffrey, the franchise's elite running back and arguably its offensive centerpiece, could be on his way out. Yes, you heard that right. McCaffrey, who was seen as a long-term foundational player for the 49ers offense, is now at the heart of what some insiders are calling a fluid but serious set of negotiations. While nothing has been confirmed officially, smoke rarely exists without fire in the NFL rumor mill, and this one's creating a five-alarm blaze. The whisper started subtly: missed calls, vague answers during interviews, and McCaffrey's sudden absence from team-organized activities. But now, it's evolved into a full-blown conversation within league circles, suggesting that McCaffrey and the 49ers might be headed for an unexpected split. And this wouldn't be your average transactional move. This could redefine the 49ers' trajectory heading into the new season. For a team with Super Bowl aspiration, moving a player like McCaffrey would raise eyebrows, invite scrutiny, and shift power dynamics within the NFC. What's fueling this narrative even more is how sudden and uncharacteristic this situation appears. McCaffrey was not only productive on the field, leading the league in all-purpose yards for a large part of the past season, but also a locker room leader, a fan favorite, and a face of the franchise. After arriving from the Carolina Panthers in a blockbuster trade, he quickly established himself as the centerpiece of Kyle Shanahan's offense. His ability to run, catch, block, and create game-changing plays made him virtually indispensable. And yet, the signs of tension, if we dare to call them, that have been difficult to ignore. Team insiders have noted a subtle shift in the way Shanahan and GM John Lynch have spoken about McCaffrey in recent pressers. Gone are the glowing endorsements and firm commitments to his future in red and gold. Instead, we're hearing phrases like evaluating all options, team-first decisions, and cap flexibility, all of which are classic front office code for something's up. Could it be a contract dispute, a personality clash, or is it something even deeper, like an internal philosophical shift about how this team wants to build its offense? Let's not forget, this is the NFL, where untouchable is often a myth. Every player has a price, and timing is everything. With McCaffrey's elite production comes an elite salary cap hit, and with the 49ers juggling a competitive roster filled with high-value players, financial decisions are never simple. Brock Purdy, though still on a rookie contract, will eventually require a big extension. Other stars like Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Nick Bosa, and Fred Warner are either already highly paid or will be knocking on the door for renegotiations. Could the 49ers front office be calculating a long-term vision that, surprisingly, doesn't include McCaffrey? It seems unthinkable on paper, but football isn't played on spreadsheets, yet roster construction certainly is, and this could be a classic case of a front office getting ahead of a decline curve, selling high before performance dips or injuries return. Remember, McCaffrey has a history with injuries, and although he's been mostly healthy recently, no running back is immune to wear and tear, especially not one who touches the ball as much as he does in such a physically demanding system. What really spices up this rumor is the lack of denial. Typically, when whispers like this hit the media, teams rush to squash them, but in this case, there's been nothing. No denial from Lynch, no fake news tweet from McCaffrey, no statement from his agent. The silence is deafening, and in sports media, silence often speaks louder than words. A few beat reporters have hinted that something big is happening behind the scenes. One even went as far as to say that McCaffrey's locker had been cleared out, though that detail remains unverified. If true, it would mark a stunning turn of events just weeks before training camp. And that brings up another point: timing. If this deal were to happen, it would need to be soon. No team wants to deal with last-minute drama heading into camp, and for McCaffrey, landing in a new system would require acclimation time, so if a move is in the cards, it might be imminent. The 49ers could be working the phones as we speak, feeling out interested teams and looking for the right return package. Where could he go? That's the million-dollar question that's already triggering speculation across sports talk shows and fan forums. The Baltimore Ravens, always in need of a dynamic back to complement Lamar Jackson, could be in the mix. The Buffalo Bills, constantly one elite offensive weapon away from overtaking Kansas City, would be an intriguing fit. Even the Dallas Cowboys, who have never shied away from flashy moves, could throw their hat into the ring. It would take a Significant trade package, no doubt likely involving picks and maybe even a starting caliber player. But McCaffrey isn't just any running back, he's a game changer. A player who can reshape an offense overnight. The question for potential suitors isn't just do we want him, it's can we afford him? And can we make him fit into our system without overhauling everything? He's that impactful. Still, if this is truly happening, the market will be fierce. Even in a league that devalues running backs, McCaffrey's unique skill set puts him in a tier of his own. But what about the 49ers side of things? If they are indeed shopping McCaffrey, what does that say about their confidence in the rest of the backfield? Elijah Mitchell has shown flashes, but has struggled to stay healthy. Jordan Mason is still unproven. Tyrion Davis-Price has yet to establish himself. Would the team really feel comfortable moving forward without a true superstar at the position? Or is this part of a broader evolution in Shanahan's offensive philosophy? Remember, Shanahan has long been known for his ability to make almost any running back productive. From Alfred Morris in Washington to Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. in San Francisco, his system has always prioritized scheme over star power. Maybe, just maybe, he's ready to double down on that belief. Move McCaffrey while his value is at its peak, reinvest that capital elsewhere, and plug in a cheaper option who can still get the job done. It would be bold, it would be risky, but it wouldn't be the first time this front office made it gutsy. Call that paid off. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Fan reaction, unsurprisingly, has been mixed and mostly filled with disbelief. Social media exploded the moment the rumor surfaced, with hashtag CMC trending within minutes. Some fans are panicking, calling it a betrayal and questioning the front office's sanity. Others are trying to stay calm, reasoning that maybe it's just posturing or a contract leverage play. There's even a small camp that supports the idea, arguing that selling high on a running back makes strategic sense in today's NFL. Still, emotions are high. McCaffrey jerseys were one of the best selling in the league last season. He became a cultural figure in the Bay Area, embraced by fans, media, and even local businesses. Losing him, especially in such a sudden and opaque fashion, would sting. This isn't just a player, it's a symbol of the 49ers' recent identity. To move on would be to rewrite the team's DNA mid-chapter. And fans are understandably anxious about what that means for their chances in a loaded NFC. As of now, nothing is official. No trades have been finalized. No statements have been made. But the momentum is building. Analysts are starting to hint more openly that something is happening. And those kinds of comments usually precede a major shift. If the 49ers are indeed shopping McCaffrey, we should expect more leaks in the coming days. Whether it's a source close to the team, a player who slips up during an interview, or even McCaffrey himself posting a cryptic message online, it's coming. The NFL offseason doesn't stay quiet for long, especially not with a storyline this juicy. Every hour that passes without a denial adds fuel to the fire. And if this move does happen, expect it to dominate headlines for weeks. It could be the defining story of the 2025 offseason, one that gets revisited endlessly depending on how both the 49ers and McCaffrey's new team perform next season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.